is where I check out pretty much anything. Triple A's, indies, VR, retro, whatever floats my boat at any given time. There is The Wall, where I have a one-on-one, face-to-face with a variety of persons. Today, I may be speaking with a living legend in Florida, a local video game arcade owner in Queens, an esports organizer in Ghana, or budding esports stars from all over. I've also got Versus, where I document esports tournaments all over the world. I've got features which highlight a variety of genres and cultures, anime conventions, gamer retreats, and so much more. You can also watch the live versions of all these shows over on our TROVO Live channel. The same shows presented in a different way, along with a variety of new shows like The Dojo. You do not want to miss that one, just then believe. I am Wayne Benja, also known as The Stage, international video game and esports journalist, and this is my brainchild, the lab at Video Game TV, where our game is never over.
It's such a busy life. again, I am Wayne Benjamin, also known as the Sage of the Lab Video Game TV, and you're watching the Lab Video Game TV Live. Another episode of The Wall Live. Today, as I said in the intro, it's all about the ladies. It's always all about the ladies as far as I'm concerned, as with African History Month, Mother's Day, days like those, you know. They're not just days, they're not just months, they're forever. I forever celebrate the ladies. So yes, today we shine an extra special light on the ladies. We're talking to the Valkyries of Arcadia. I'm talking about Empress Nile. I'm talking about EMP Alethea. I'm talking about the lovely Silver Neko. I'm talking about my favorite Texan, the gaming diva. And
Um,
we also have a very special young lady with us as well. I want you to all welcome Ramoshi, aka Radiant Moon. So we're basically talking about ladies' experiences and the good, the bad, the great stuff, the vicissitudes, the struggles, the triumphs that the ladies have faced over the years in this male-dominated arena, esports, video games, and we're just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna call on my first beautiful guest, also my hostess with the mostess. It is Lady Empress Nile. Empress Nile, are you here with us today on this
yes,
fine evening?
I am here. Good night, Sage, and everybody else in the chat. I just would like to say something really quick. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the lovely gaming diva will not be available to accompany us tonight. So we will miss
Oh
our favorite
no.
Texan. Yeah.
Oh no. The
Yeah.
beautiful gaming diva, my amazing indie video game developer from Texas.
Yeah.
Ah, legacy member of the Valkyries of Arcadia, coming from way back. You shall be missed. I send my love. I send my love. Either way, Empress 9. Let's get straight to it. I also see Uchiha chick in the chat. Always glad to see you. Asari Mustafa. My brother from another mother, waifu guy. Anyway, I digress. Back to the point. Empress Nile,
Yeah.
over your years in gaming, in this esports arena, I know you are also Jamaica's first Just Dance champ.
Mhm.
Tell me about some of your struggles. Tell me about some of your triumphs. Tell me about what you've learned and how has it been from a female's perspective in this male-dominated universe.
Well, I will always say this. I'm always learning, but so far, I love how easy, how efficient it is to network with other content creators, such as, the Ramoshi, the Valkyries, and others as well. So I love how quick it is to talk to other people and, network faster compared to how it was many years ago before women barely got into the space. I will say this, however, I wouldn't say something definitely bad, but it's kind of annoying. One thing I realized is that in this space, you have to work twice as hard as guys. And I'm
Mm,
sorry if there's a marching band outside, so just bear with me. But yeah, you have to
no
work.
worries, we can hear you.
Okay, you have to work hard as harder to get noticed, and even then, you find yourself being marginalized still. And there will always be people that come in and talk stuff because what's a girl doing here playing video games, she don't belong here, and stuff like that. And over time, because it's not good, I'm not condoning it, but it happened so much that the jokes like, oh, make me a sandwich, go in the kitchen, you don't belong, stuff like that rolls off the back. So I developed kind of a mental armor towards that. And there will be nothing to stop that, but you have people who go a bit farther, and they go to the racism and calling the n-word and slaves and plantation talk, and it just gets
May
into
I ask
a
you
whole
something
other
then?
avenue.
Let, may I interject? Let me
Sure.
ask you something, Empress Nile. When you say that they go the race route, the racist route, and they go for the race cards, do you think that as a female that has anything to do with it, or do you think that if it was me, it would be the same thing? Do you think that it's harder on African females online where racism is concerned than African brothers?
Yes. Yes.
That's
Um,
so okay then.
I think with the guys, they're more, especially because you guys, are the more rural type. You would be more, it's like, and it's male dominated at the same time. So you wouldn't have as much of a problem, and otherwise
I
than
guess
the
I get what you're
women.
saying. So I apologize. What you're saying is that this also goes to the bullying spectrum of things. So it's all about they think that you're weaker, so they may hear a rugged sounding burly brother like myself,
Yeah,
and they may or may not think twice and
that
start pulling those plantation jokes, but they see a female and they say, "Oh yes,
easy target. Let's
yeah,
just pick
although
on
who's
her
fired is yeah,
because
easy
she's
target, got you."
emotional.
And because they would have picked on you regardless, they pick on you even harder. I
Yes,
understand.
and these
Okay.
platforms, there's
What
really
about
nothing
some
you
of the
can do about it. So it's just to develop that armor and
nothing you
keep
can do
on
about it?
going.
Okay, you know what? Okay, fine. No, just say that. Let me ask you this: since you mentioned platforms,
Hmm.
do you see a difference? Where I mean, I don't expect it to completely disappear no matter where you go, but do
Hmm.
you see a difference now that you have somewhat migrated to Trovo?
Yes, of course. The platforms I've been on in the past, Twitch, YouTube, and others. Trovo, I can say, has the least of the evils. You still get it. I got one last night. It's a good thing I wasn't there because it was. The dude went in last night. Someone went there the racism route last night, and it's have to laugh because people actually think like that. But there's nothing you can do to outrun it. Is but I have experienced it not as much since I've been on Trovo.
Little less on Trovo. That
Yeah.
is interesting. That is interesting. Tell me about some of the good stuff, if there are any good things happening. Do you have any kind of triumphs? I know you say you learned a lot, and your back has been broadened. I get that, but are there any upsides to kind of, let's say, I wouldn't say motivate, as all motivation comes from within, but let's say inspire people out there on the fence, females, young or not even that young, on the fence about getting into streaming because they don't want to go through the bad stuff? Are there any up points, any upsides?
There is huge upsides. For example, networking. That's a huge thing. Especially in this space, it's great to have people, especially people who are into what you're into. So finding, especially here on Trovo with the squad streaming feature, it's really easy to net with other people. For example, I found Ramo, and then there's Amy, and then there's other content creators who are into what you're into: video games, cosplay, modeling, the works, and you just find a lot of those people a lot easier. So I love that's a big aspect for me. That's what drew me to this platform.
Thank you, Empress Nile. Well said, well spoken from a seasoned female streamer, video game enthusiast, and esports player and champ in her own right. Now, moving right along, let's speak with the silvery one. Silver Neko, are you here with us?
Yes, I am.
Good. This is good. Silver Echo, the same thing goes to you as well. I'm going to ask you to tell me about some of your triumphs, some of your struggles, some of the vicissitudes you have faced, the hardships and the good times as a female gamer, a female streamer, and somewhat of a video game journalist in your own right. You and I got this stuff locked.
Okay, so, well, as some of you may not know, I started streaming years ago. And, I can confirm, like, they're good and there's good and there's bad, right? I think, I'm gonna start it off positive, right? I'm gonna start off positive, right? I think as I mentioned in the
is the
they do,
understatement of the century.
right? So I think in a field like entertainment where image is a part of it, entertainment and different sides of stuff in the world, and is the fact that we as women can get ourselves together and market ourselves um, nicely with our image. I think that has really helped me a lot establishing. Um, I think in that way we have it over the guys. Actually, one thing we have over the guys is that we have a way of having a unique, a very um, we have a what's it called, versatility for guys. We can be very versatile, like I mentioned earlier. And that has helped me as the silvery one have my own little thing going on. I always come on with my lovely, the trusty white wig that I have it right
Yeah.
beside me right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Embodying the persona of a character. So
Consistency is
whenever.
key, sister. Consistency.
Right. Yeah, and I guess another positive I'd like to say is that in certain spaces, communication is very welcoming, right? I've had spaces that are, mostly male dominated, certain games as well, that, especially Free Fire, for example, that has been very accommodating. As a newbie, I've only streamed Free Fire like, what, 5 times? And the guys have just been really, really nice to me and
That must
really
have been like a
welcoming.
breath of fresh air.
It is an absolute breath of fresh air, Wade.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
the foolishness, now we're going to get into foolishness, right? The
Please do.
foolishness that can happen in some of these games.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
a decent player-ish on League of Legends for about 2 years, and my reason for not going back is not because I wasn't good, guys. Let's not go there, right? Is
It good.
because of the community, okay?
I got you. I heard it can get real toxic over there by the
Oh
League of Legends.
yeah, like
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love the League of Legends. I love the game. I love everything. But if it's one thing League of Legends requires, it's teamwork. It's a lot of you need to be on voice comms to really
And
make a
toxicity
difference.
and teamwork do not go that well together
They
like
do
oil and
not.
water. Yes,
They do
ma'am.
not. Like, League of Legends is just one of those games where, as a woman, good luck. Or honestly, as a person, but as a woman, like tenfold, good luck.
Let me
Right? Because the community
let,
is
you
gonna
know,
throw hands with you.
let me ask you this silvery one. I also threw this at Nile, but I'm curious because I'm new to this platform. I'm new to streaming in general, you know. I've probably been streaming a little over 2 months thanks to the Valkyries of Arcadia. Thank you so much. But let me ask you this, since you've been on this platform in particular, Trovo, because the reason why I'm asking, although I'm new to streaming myself, I'm not new to platforms and online platforms in general. And I've seen some things that I actually applaud, but how's your journey been on Trovo where I mean as a female streaming and the harassment and lack thereof. What's the balance like over here?
I think I think Trovo is like the in between, right? You have YouTube that is fairly well policed, fairly good systems in place. Then you have Trovo Twitch that's like the wild wild west, almost.
Okay,
And then Trovo is a nice little in between, I think.
nice little in
They will,
between. Right.
it's the internet. You'll have
It is.
people,
It
but
is.
you'll have people from all walks of life, from all sorts
Yes,
of different backgrounds come in, and some have particular views and some don't. Some are
and
nice, some are mean. You know?
sometimes shots will be fired. That's just the way it is. I agree. I
Yeah.
perfectly understand. So then you would probably say that your journey has been a little bit in between then, some good, some bad, but you
Think it's been a bit I think it's been on the more like it you'd think that the road on Twitch is rocky. I think Trovo is a bit more pleasant.
but
A bit more
other
smooth. A bit more
right,
comfortable.
but I mean, even outside of the Trovo spectrum, the Trovo ecosystem, the Trovo
Mhm.
unit, online in general, you'd say that your journey has been what? More leaning towards the negative side or the positive side? And if so, have you been seeing growth? Has this growth been exponential? Do you see a bright future ahead? Because you're still at it and you're actually expanding and growing. I mean, your work with the Valkyries of Arcadia, it leaked over into now working with the Lab Video Game TV, and the Lab Video Game TV is expanding. You're expanding. So, talk to me about that, lady, about the future that you see.
Well, as you know, we're always moving forward, right? We're always about that forward movement, one step at a time.
Forward
I can
progression, yeah.
I can confirm that since starting working with the Valkyries of Arcadia, and of course by extension the La Video Game TV, my growth has been definitely trending in a in a upward direction. You know, not just forward but upwards. Yes, onward and
Sweet,
upwards.
sweet, sweet. And you are a valuable contributor, and we do love and appreciate what you bring to the table, Silver Neko, the silvery one. Now, thank you, Silver Neko. Moving right along. Before I speak to my next amazing Valkyrie, unfortunately, we're one down. But before I go on to my next totally amazing Valkyrie, I'd like to I wouldn't say introduce because I'm sure lots of people already know her. I'm not that familiar with her, but I think she does pretty well for herself online. Talk to me, the Ramoshi, please. I understand that you're an all-round creative. You do some stuff with pyro. Well, you clear that up for me as well. But yeah, give me a little intro, cause I really want to get to know you, lovely sister. Please go ahead.
Yes, hi. My name is the Raymo. You can call me Raymo. I'm Radiant Moon on Trovo. I do a lot of creative things. I'm a crafty gal. My craft of choice, I say, is pyrography, wood burning.
Iconography, that's the one.
Yes. So I do all kinds of designs. I like to incorporate humor into my designs, and I also like to incorporate like empowerment, positivity, female empowerment, all those kinds of things into my work. So yes, I do
Right.
that, and I sell my things online. So yeah.
Let me ask you. So you injecting positivity into what you do and spreading those lovely, lovely high vibrations. How has it been going thus far? How's your journey been?
It's been good. I mean, I think I find a lot of people, of course, there's a lot of people online who want to spread negativity, but there's also a lot of people who do want to vibe and want to chill and want to be positive and create spaces that are positive environments. So I try to, find those type of people, find the ones who want to vibe with me, and Trovo is a great place to do that.
That's lovely to hear. So let me ask you this, the Ramoshi. You said Ramo, right? We
Yes.
can call it nice. I can call you Ramo. Great. So your journey, how long ago did it start? And where did you start out? How did you start out? In streaming or some other form? Were you a content creator online before you went over to streaming?
I haven't really done a lot of content creation as far as like, like putting out like
Oh,
shorts
gotcha,
and videos and stuff. I'm more so a streamer, honestly. I
gotcha.
started in July 2020, right in the height of the pandemic when everyone was like, how do I connect with people now?
Gotcha.
uh,
Yes, yes.
and found that streaming was a great way to connect with people. And so yeah,
Okay.
since then I started on Twitch, and I've tried a couple different platforms, but I really have found my home on Trovo, so I'm really happy here.
Lovely. So I don't even have to ask you about your experiences on Trovo. But what I will ask you, however, is I mean, how do you find it as a female in live streaming, putting yourself out there for the public all the while? Do you talk to me about some of the struggles, if there are any, and some of the triumphs, some of the victories, some of the better days? I mean, you already told me about some, but kind of explain to me the balance between the two. How's it been for you?
I mean, I think like the others have said, there's obviously always trolls that will come in and spread racism and hatred,
Uh,
but my personal policy is, you get one strike. You come in my chat with something
Sweet,
awful, and I will just ban you. I don't I
sweet.
don't play around. I don't troll the trolls. I just ban them. So for the
We
most
never feed the trolls. I
yeah,
agree.
exactly. I mean, some people like to troll back at them, and that's great, but that's just,
That's not for
so
you.
yes, I just don't waste my time. But I found that a lot of people do come in, and they're very complimentary. They love my hair, they love my glasses, they love my smile. They're a lot of people are really, really kind and really complimentary on Trovo, and that's been a good boost for my, self confidence and just in encouraging me to keep streaming too.
Well, let me join your list of complimenters. Your hair is amazing. It reminds me of Empress Niles' hair. It is beautiful and amazing. So is your glasses. So is your smile, and I love those earrings. They're
Thank
beautiful. I
you.
can tell that you're one more strong African sister from the
Oh,
tribe. And thank you so much for speaking with me. Let me move on over to the lovely, lovely Natasha. Well, I call her Natasha, but she's also known by many other names. Alethea.
Thank you for using the name Alethea. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alethea. You're a little bit muffled. I didn't hear you.
No, I'm saying thank you for using the name Alethea.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course, I love all your names. That I
No, but I'd like to stick with one in particular.
Yes, fine. That is fine. And so we shall.
Thank you.
Alethea. Another long-standing member of the Valkyries of Arcadia. Talk to us about your journey, Alethea. I remember when I was speaking with you during the African History Month stream. I just shortly spoke on the stuff that females may go through, and you pointed out that you were glad I touched on that. So today it's your platform, Alethea. Please talk to me about your experiences as a female online. Some of the good, some of the bad. Share it with us, sister.
All right. It has been an interesting journey, streaming, especially when I was just getting, well, Valkyries were, getting more popular. The Valkyries in Jamaica, more specifically. Um, all right. So I guess one of the most interesting experiences I had was when I realized that there are some people who even wrote an article, or wasn't an article, or had a, yeah, I think it was more of an article or YouTube video up talking about e-thoughts, and we were featured. It was interesting to see that. I was like, okay, we're named their road, you know.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
it was at that moment I was like, okay, we're getting traction, even though if it may be negative traction. The fact is, your name is out there. People are getting to know you, being more familiarized, having your name in their mouth, you know. So even though it was in a negative light, I still chose to see the silver lining in
That's a
it.
great
So
outlook. That's a great outlook, a fabulous paradigm.
yeah, but I found it really interesting that even though you have a lot of guys who, I mean, you have the haters, as everyone pointed out, but I found it interesting that, you'll usually have a lot of guys saying, oh, yeah, I wish that more females would play video games and, their girlfriend would or wife would take an interest in what they're interested in. And at the same time, when it is that you do have females on the platform, yes, they're showing their sexy selves and being themselves, and that's really what is important. They're still engaging and playing video games, but you have a a group or a number of guys who still will bash females. And I'm like, what do you want? you know, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna please everybody at the end of the day. So,
Yes, we
yeah.
can never please everybody. You're right. And I have seen you at, you know, several esports events participating in Just Dance. I've seen you at cosplay events, cosplaying along as well. And how do you feel about, because before the Valkyries of Arcadia, you didn't actually participate. You weren't exactly an esports participant, were you?
Definitely not.
Okay, so how has that experience been for you? Because it's fine. It's all good and well to play games online. It serves its purpose and it's fantastic. I do it as well. But to actually step out there in public shoulder to shoulder, face to face with others at esports events. I've even heard brothers talk about it. It's a completely different experience, like battling someone online in Call of Duty and sitting there across from a monitor and knowing that you can stare your opponent straight in the eyes. I think I heard Billy Mitchell say that when I interviewed him once as well. It's a completely different experience. For you, how is it to actually, your experiences as gaming face to face live competition at an esports event as opposed to online? How is that for you, especially as a female?
Well, definitely, it's an eye-opening experience. The whole culture of it is interesting. Does the especially with the creativity that comes out when I would go to anime events or just playing video games with people. The whole energy is different, and I don't know what's the word, marvel or in
Nice.
fascination of the creativity that comes out with the costumes and the passion that people have. Even using Nicole as an example, because she creates her costumes, and I admire that.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
passion that is displayed in their creativity, everything, the whole they bring everything together. Even though, yeah, it's not. I guess it's not our culture as Africans to to have that, but we have gravitated towards it and made it our own.
Well, that's
And
what we do as
I
Africans.
admire.
We
Yeah,
create and we also, add some of that sweet brown sugar to whatever it is that we come in contact with. That's just the way it is.
exactly. It's a beautiful thing, especially
It is.
when you can make it your own. You what comes to mind? You know how you'd have different genres of music coming together. Like for example, you would have rap music and rock. For example, Linkin Park and Jay-Z, that Collision Course album, or
Hmm.
just using that as an example, you have that collaboration and everything just comes in beautiful. It's
Nice.
it's a similar thing when you have Jamaicans come, adapting, or sorry,
Yes.
adopting that culture, that anime, that Japanese culture.
You
Um,
know,
it creates a beautiful mix.
Alethea, I think it was Jimmy Cliff who said it best. He said, "We all are one." So
Yeah,
blending and mixing and adding, it's just one universe. We're all one, and combining
in
cultures,
more ways.
there's a whole lot better than the alternative. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with you 100%, and it was fabulous as usual. Speaking to one of my favorite Valkyries, Alethea. Thank you so much for speaking with me. And thank you to all you lovely ladies for taking the time to speak with me today on the wall. Before we go, though, however, we have a little bit of time left. I want to go back to my sister from another mister. You know, I want to talk to Empress Nile. I want to just close it out with you, Empress Nile, because I have a special treat for all you amazing people in the chat, all you amazing viewers who actually sat this out till the end. We got a sweet little something, something for you at the end. But before I get to that, Empress Nile,
Yes,
are you there, sister?
I am very much here.
Sweet. I'd like for you to, give me a little bit of your views on the future, how you see it from your perspective as an African lady. What do you see on the horizon for the ladies in general? All cultures, classes, it's all the same in in the online sector, in gaming, in this male-dominated industry. How does it look for you? Does it look bright? Does it look dim? What you gotta say, sister?
In gaming, in content creation, esports, the whole online
Yes,
industry,
ma'am.
I
The
see
entire basket.
I see it being a very budding space because women are being more allowed into these types of spaces more, and you are seeing more creativity, more of what women can do in these spaces. And as I said earlier, networking is a big part of that, getting to meet other people who are into what you're into, so you guys can get to grow off of each other and with each other. And to be honest, nothing is complete without the contribution of women in every space. So
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that, sister.
so everything is slowly but surely happening. We're getting more accepted, and it's only up from here. What this is what I'm doing with the Valkyries, also getting our names more out there, as Alicia was stating earlier, and showing what we do, because we do different things,
Good job.
and it's
Good
more
job.
like just like in the outside world as well, people do different things. So diversity is a big part of what makes people unique, and using that to grow in this space is nothing but up from here.
You heard that from the Empress, the hostess with the mostest, Empress Nile. No, nowhere to go but up. I want to say a special thank you once again to all the viewers, everyone in the chats, waifu God, everybody. Thank you for passing through. And more so, thank you to my amazing guests. Silver Neko, Empress Nile, Alethea, and the Ramoshi Ramo. Thank you so much, ladies, for chilling with me, spending some time with me, and sharing your experiences with me and all our viewers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, ladies, for your time. I appreciate it. And thanks to Trover for the platform to do this. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
move on. Oh
Yes.
yes. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I can't thank you ladies enough. So, for all for all watching, I've got a special treat for you. Perfect actually. This is the way Empress Niles mind her mind works this way. We got a perfect little Just Dance music video for Ladies Month. So we just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy as Silver Neko and Empress Nile takes us out in fine, fine style.
done?
Yes, ma'am, we're done. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you so much.
Ramo.
Are you staying online, Niall?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna end this stream and then come back for Just Dance because it's Just Dance Thursday.
Okay, cool. All right, well,
Thank you, Wayne, for coming on as well.
all right.
Really,
Thank you, Wayne.
really cool. That's really fun so right?
Yeah. So if you want to end the stream and come back with a fresh one, that's what we're gonna do.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for coming on.
You guys, ladies, I appreciate it.
No problem. Later.
Take care. Take care.
Alright, stream. I'm gonna be right back with you guys because I still do have to change and come back with Just Dance. So I'm gonna end the stream right now, so don't go too far. I'm gonna come back with YouTube and Trovo, okay? So I'll see you guys there. Soon come. Managing the Valkyries is a lot of work, but some of that work is a lot of fun. Firstly, I host esports events for example, the Just Dance Off at VR World. That was very fun. I also organize other gaming events, for example, the ones at Arcadia, Infinite Gelato, and even restaurants like East Japanese. I also have my branded gaming streams and vlogs. For example, Forever Summer, that's our famous beach streams that everybody likes. Where we go out to beaches, waterfalls, rivers, and we bring our switches and we have fun there. Then there's Active Gaming Fitness, where we use video games to stay fit and sexy, because that's important. And then we have Bed Lounge Gaming, where after a long day, we use our games and we chill and we interact with the audience and we talk about our day. Next thing, I'm also a TV show host for the Lab Video Game TV. You might have seen me there a lot. That is the only video game TV show here in Jamaica, and we love that. Last but not least, I love staying at home, chilling and playing video games. The games I'm into right now, Call of Duty Mobile. I love killing people. Yes, that's important. I love Pokemon Unite. Then there's Tetris and Just Dance. That's a few of the games I'm playing right now. Yeah, I do a lot.